This meeting is being recorded.
Good evening, Ossining, both those in the village and around the world. Welcome to the fourth of 8 sessions of Transformational Thursdays, a series that is meant to capture all of the magic happening in our downtown due to the magic of the Downtown Revitalization Initiative. I am your Deputy Mayor, Omar Lopez, joined by Trustee Dana White. Make some noise, Dana. Let them know you're alive.
Whoop, whoop.
There it is. There it is. Off camera, but here in spirit and can appear as the moment comes. We have James Wendling and our village manager as well. So thank you for joining us. We may have special guests joining us along the way. So keep an eye out on that. And here's what you can expect. I'm going to share my screen so that we're all looking at the same thing. We're going to be covering Market Square, the heart of downtown tonight. There's going to be 4 sections to this and then the Q&A. I promise that we're going to move with alacrity. We are not going to stall. We're not going to stumble. We're going to keep it pushing until let's get started. No, not with get growing, with hip to be square. I'm going to commit PowerPoint sin, and I'm going to read what's on the screen, but that's only because it's already on the screen. You're either reading it or not. So Market Square has become the center of civic life in Ossining. Annually, the plaza hosts dozens of events, such as the holiday tree and menorah lightings, concerts, and a weekly farmers market, which is year-round. However, Market Square does not currently have the flexibility needed to host events that are increasingly popular in downtowns, such as pop-up markets, nor is it conducive to long-term public enjoyment during unscheduled times. Throughout the DRI public engagement process, one of the most consistently high-ranking projects among the community and the local planning committee, the LPC, was the expansion of, and now, hold on, I got a little but, and improvements to Market Square. Here's what you can do, folks. There is a Q&A button on your screen. If you have a question, comment, thought, reaction, throw it in the Q&A. We'll be able to respond. One of our special guests has arrived, your favorite mayor and mine, Rika Levin. Say hello, Rika.
I have my mute button on, having learned that we don't need to have more than one speaker at a time. Hi, everybody.
Amazing, amazing. Well, Rika's going to be popping in as well throughout the evening. Let's keep this show on the road. ERI and beyond. So the village-sponsored project to expand and enhance Market Square was awarded $2 million in the DRI funds, representing phase 1 of the project. The total project cost is $3.49 million. And phase 1 may include any or all of the following elements. And for the lawyers in the room, I know the most important words are may include, so not has to include, may include any or all. These are all key words, okay? Foundations and drainage, water supply, electrical outlets and lighting, signage, pavers, and landscaping, planters with seating walls. Now you may be saying, Deputy Mayor, that is not exactly getting me out of bed in the morning when we're talking about water supply. I'm not getting that excited about what's happening in Market Square. But wait. The reason that we need to start with this is phase 1. You need the foundation. You need to set the right tone in order to get all that exciting stuff on top. And that's coming in one of the future slides here. Though the Market Square Plaza will be kept in public ownership, the expansion and renovation efforts will be aligned and coordinated with mixed-use development in the post office lots across the street, informally known as Spring at Main. That's also a teaser if you're paying attention, because our next couple of sessions coming up are going to be a Spring on Main, part 1 and part 2. More to come on that. That was section 1. Let's go to section 2, get growing. The first key element of the project will be to expand the footprint of Market Square proper, leading to the elimination of 24 parking spaces, which will be absorbed into the multimodal transportation hub on Brandreth Street. I can already hear my email chime going off when the words elimination of 24 parking spots is on your screen. I know what you're thinking, but you need to trust me. All of this is for the greater good. Why? Because those 24 parking spaces, which right now are sitting smack dab in the middle of where all the magic should be happening in Market Square, are going to simply get relocated to somewhere where they're less right in the middle of things and more where they should be, out of the way so that the people can be in the center. This would have the effect of more than doubling the footprint of the existing plaza up to 21,000 square feet, allowing for the addition of additional amenities for programming and recreation, as well as new pockets of green space, which we're going to show you in just a minute. Thank you, Mike. Very, very thoughtful, nice remark from Mike. I'll do what I can. I'll read it out loud here. My question is, can Omar do some of the presentations from now? He said all, but I think just some, because he's all right. And I appreciate that. So look at that. We've already gotten through 2 out of the 4 sections. If you went to go change your laundry and come back, you're already missing half of this thing. We're already at number 3, stay and play. No, it's play and stay. Is it stop and shop? Is it shop and stop? I think it goes either way by some mathematical principle. Other public suggestions for amenities have included, now this is where we get to the fun stuff. We got to the water drainage, we did that. We got the electrical, we did that. We have the foundation, so now we get the fun stuff on top. You ate your vegetables, and now you can get a little bit of, the fun stuff, the dessert. So raised stage with acoustic canopy, tiered seating, village green for community gatherings or the farmers market, additional seating for outdoor dining, public Wi-Fi access and restrooms, graphic crosswalk to Croton Aqueduct Trail. But Deputy Mayor, I need a visual. I'm a visual learner. Don't worry, we got you. Shout out to Maddie that'll help put this together. Look at this visual. You get the graphic crosswalk, number 1, the landscape terrace, the raised stage, the planter, number 4, the landscape ramp, the open plaza on the lower right, number 6. Can you imagine you're walking through downtown Ossining, you're looking at Market Square? This is blowing my wig back. I look at this, I go, this is a whole new village. This is like unbelievable. This is what the dream is, the vision. And it's not just a pipe dream. We can do this together. We have a question here from Carlos Nova. If the parking spaces will be moved to Brandreth Street, which are already overcrowded with used spaces, why can the spots not be moved to the municipal lot of the post office, which currently does not allow any overnight parking any night of the week? Carlos, thank you for the question. The answer to that question is because this is all part of a larger plan. The parking spots that are right now in front of the post office will also evaporate. They will also not exist and will be moved into the multimodal transportation hub. Why? Because the center of our downtown shouldn't just be where the cars get to chill. It should get where the people get to make memories, get to connect, get to purchase, get to enjoy the outdoors. And then how you got there from A to B can be put off to the side. And that's where the multimodal transportation hub is going to house them safely, warmly, lovingly. That way we can do what we do in Market Square and in that downtown area. So that's why they're not just going to be moved to the parking lot there where the post office is. But that's a great question. Thank you, Carlos. We're right ready. Number 4. Then the questions and answers. Get ready for this. What's next? Come see us at the Ossining Farmers Market. The Board of Trustees, staff, and volunteers will be at the farmers market to educate the public regarding the DRI and community revitalization projects and solicit feedback. When is that happening? I don't know. At the farmers market. Show up and we'll be there. We'll let you know. Check out the blast and check out the mayor's email that comes out as well. We will be detailing in multiple places: Facebook, Instagram, all over the place. Number 2 is walking tours. The Board of Trustees with staff support and conduct walking tours of the downtown waterfront district for any residents or stakeholders interested. Dates, your guess is as good as mine, but we're going to put those together. Don't worry about the dates. This is about the idea. This is just what's going to happen. Then we're going to tell you the 5 W's: who, what, when, where, why, how, all that. Number 3 is project-specific in-person sessions. The Board of Trustees, there's a lot of Board of Trustees. We're really committed to this. Staff and volunteers will conduct project-specific in-person engagement sessions. What does that mean? You know, we get to sit around, chat. Will there be snacks? I can't promise that, but there might be. So you might want to go. When? I don't know. We don't have the dates yet, but we'll let you know. And number 4 is frequently asked questions. This is asynchronous. We are keeping a running FAQ document for this engagement series that will be available on the Village's website. Deputy Mayor, but where on the Village's website? Don't worry, I'm going to show you. I want to show you. And I want to show you something else. I'm going to preview where we're going, and I'm going to show you something else. It's unbelievable. Our staff spent a lot of time and energy putting together something real special I want to show you. But first, I just want to let you know where we're headed here. We just completed 3.5 of these Transformational Thursday sessions. This was number 4. We have 4 left. Spring on Main, Part 1 and Part 2. They say the sequel is always better than the original, but we'll see. And then Return on Investment on July 20th, and Let's Connect July 27th. Bing, bang, boom, and then we're done. We'll call it a series, right? All of these will be available on YouTube. Like, follow, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing from the Village page. And so we're halfway through all the series. This is number 4 of 8. And I hear you saying that you're a visual learner. We got a lot of visual learners. And so I want you to check out the Village's new story map. This is a great way to stay informed about projects happening all over the Village, updated on a quarterly basis and accessible from anywhere, anytime. If you have your feet up this summer in Aruba and you go, but what's going on in the Village? Here's what you're going to do. You're going to go to www.villageofaustinning.org and you're going to get to this beautiful page. How? I'm going to show you. Don't worry about it. Look at this. And it's going to show you a map of exactly where all the projects are. You click on it, you get more information. There's that multimodal transportation center that I was previewing. It's all here. It's all here. Here's how you get here. You go to the website. Up top, you see where it says About, Government, Ossining DRI. Stop when you get to Ossining DRI. You're going to click that. And it's going to take you to this page. And then you're going to look right here. It says Story Map. You see Story Map? The penultimate one from the bottom. You click that, and boom, it's going to take you right there to this page. So it's going to have all the information you need to see exactly what's happening in the Village, where it's happening, when it's happening. You get to see pictures, text, maps, everything. Thank you, staff, for putting this together. This is amazing. This way you get to really get a comprehensive view of what's happening in the Village. Now, I know we have to have hundreds of questions. So please raise your virtual hand one at a time. We can only answer one at a time, and we will call on you. And you can also email your questions. Let's say you're watching this after the case. You can email your questions to plan@villageofaustinning.org. And if you miss a session, don't worry. The Q&A throughout the Transformational Thursday series is compiled into a Q&A document on that same page, accessible through the Village website. Amazing. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to stop the share, and we're going to share our faces. Questions from attendees, and don't hold back.
Deputy Mayor, I don't see any hands up right now. I'm not sure if you do on your end, since you know I have a limited view from where I am right now.
Yes, no hands yet, but I'm sure people are furiously scribbling down their question, and then but here we go. Here's Carlos. Here we go, Carlos. Yes. Through the magic of Zoom, we will be bringing you over, Carlos. Uh-oh. Was I supposed to do that?
Just need to type this question in.
I think just to put the questions into the Q&A and then you read them out. I don't think we've been bringing people over back and forth.
Oh, got it. Okay. Well, Carlos, please put your question into the Q&A and we will read it aloud.
It also helps to keep it for the FAQs. That's how they also manage that.
Got it. Thank you.
In the meantime, can I mention that this is going to be one of the projects that the new placemaking committee will be offering advice on and, looking for ways to incorporate fun features and really make this a fun and creative space. So that'll be cool.
But Trustee White, what is the placemaking committee?
Funny you should ask, Deputy Mayor Lopez. It's a new committee we're putting together that will make our public spaces more functional, fun, and inclusive for the entire community. It's going to be a committee of 11 people from all walks of life who represent different aspects of our community to bring their point of view to how we can make our public spaces, whether they're parks or Market Square or, the Aqueduct Trail or with all those things kind of more interesting, whether it's through events, whether it's through landscaping, whether it's through art, whether it's through public art and murals. So it's going to be pretty exciting, and everyone is invited to contribute ideas.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We have a couple of questions that are coming in. I'll answer them in the order that they came in. So starting with Carlos Nova. For residents of the downtown area, will additional parking spaces be added to the municipal lot on Brandreth? As stated before, that parking lot is already overcrowded during the night. So I'm going to start by phoning a friend, literally any friend on the call. If you have a better answer than I do, I don't have a great answer. Anybody have a better answer than me?
Well, the multimodal transportation hub will be a multi-level structure. So imagine a parking garage that's way more adaptable and versatile than just a place for cars, but it will actually provide more spaces than are currently there.
I'd also like to add that we are planning 240 spaces in the multimodal hub. So that is, I can't remember the exact number, and we'll make sure that we have that available, but that is significantly more than what exists. I think we're taking away 140 spots. And when we do the road diet on Route 9, you're going to have a little bit more parking too on Route 9 itself, because that will, part of that design is to increase walkability and safety, but also to provide additional parking in our downtown area. So we should have ample parking and in excess of the parking that we have now. It's just going to be located a little bit differently.
Perfect. Thank you so much. We got a two-part answer. Very thorough. Brian Granoff with a big thank you to Mayor Levin, village staff, and all trustees for all your work on these projects and presentations. Very helpful to be informed, and I appreciate the new information shared during each presentation. You're very welcome, and the checks in the mail. Any other questions from our friends that are currently attending? If you are listening to this in the future, please send your questions to plan. That's PLAN, as in Nancy, plan at villageofaustining.org.
If I can take a minute to also add that at the village, I know it was mentioned, but just to underscore, because some of you might be going with family, with friends, with whatever, the village will have a tent. Questions and answers are totally welcomed. Ideas, as you go with people there, I'm going to be walking around. A bunch of us are going to be walking around from the village and the town. Any information on DRI in the previous sessions, we spend a good, a few minutes going through the history. We stopped doing it tonight because, it's after a while, it's easier to say. It's on the website. So things are on YouTube. It's actually easier to go on our website and share it. And so we hope that people stop by and ask us lots of questions and give us input and ideas on Saturday. And then we'll do more in the future, but for sure this Saturday at Village Fair.
That's right. Thank you. Any other questions from our current attendees? You can use the Q&A function And that's how you get it through. If not, I'll do a slow conclusion in case you have a question as I'm speaking. Tonight, like I mentioned, is the 4th of 8 sessions. And if this past week has taught us anything, it's right when we think that we know what to anticipate, some smoke from Canada comes over and turns the sky orange. You don't know what to expect in this world sometimes. So that's why we can't anticipate everything that's going to happen. We need you. We need your thoughts. We need your ideas, your questions. We'll take your compliments. Fine. We'll take them. Thank you for those. We don't need those. What we need is your ideas, comments, questions, thoughts, because that's going to inform how we move forward with the Downtown Revitalization Initiative. It is something that we need to do together to get your feedback so that we're incorporating all of it. Now, the downtown, especially you're thinking about that Market Square, what tonight was about, that if the downtown is the heart of the village, that's the left ventricle. That's the one that you know about, but you maybe don't think, oh, I need to do something about that. So these are your Cheerios. This is the Cheerio moment. Do something about that left ventricle. Give your feedback for the Market Square, which is the heart of the downtown, which is the heart of the village. And that's where we are. Thank you for taking time out of your day to listen to us, tell you a little bit about what's happening in your village. And please, if you have any thoughts, comments, questions, reactions, plan at villageofossining.org. For the mayor and Trustee White and Village Manager Karen DeTore and James, I and Deputy Mayor Omar Lopez, please.
Omar, I think somebody squeezed in another.
We got a last minute cue from Jackie.
Yeah. Yes. You want to read it and answer?
I'd be happy to. Any plans for public interactive kiosks throughout the village/town? A small structure in a public area used for providing information or displaying advertisements, often incorporating an interactive display screen or screens. Great question. There are a couple of different versions of this that have been kicked around. And I think that having interest from someone like you, Jackie, is definitely something that we're going to note. And the two versions that we have been talking about are, number one, having a large sign a la the high school. It has that large sign that they can put up different announcements and different things. That's one way to do it. Another way is more of a touch screen kind of interactive feature. And we were thinking about maybe doing that somewhere in Village Hall so that when you walk in, you get an opportunity to interact. Maybe that's where we put the map, the story map that shows what's happening in the village, or some of those other things. So all things are possible. And I think that that's a great idea, the interactive kiosks. We love an opportunity for folks to be able to engage and to use technology to do so. Any additions from my colleagues?
Sorry, the multimodal transportation hub might be a good place for something.
I was just thinking about that because that sits between
Next to the
the
electric bike
community
hub.
center. Yeah. Yeah, and it's also going to be covered from the weather elements. So that might be, we'll add that to our list of ideas. Much appreciated.
Thank you, Jackie. Much appreciated indeed.
Okay, that looks like it. I know you were on your final goodbye, but it looks like again, if anybody has ideas, we really do read all the emails, and so does the staff. So, you're going to go home, you're going to tell your friends something, and you're going to say, oh my gosh, why didn't I ask that question? Just email us.
That's right. Plan at villageofossining.org. So thank you once again, coming to you live from Red Dresser Studios right here in the Village of Ossining. I'm your Deputy Mayor, your humble servant, here to help you do whatever I can to make your life a little bit better. Thank you for joining us, and good night.
Good night, folks.